Uh, oh. Whew, okay, let me tell you about something that happened to Tyrell just a couple days ago. So it was a Tuesday, approximately 12:15 p.m. I was sitting there in my online class, and in my peripheral, I see a yellow-black orb next to a filing cabinet. Now, Tyrell is not a fan of many things, specifically yellow-black orbs next to filing cabinets. And using my incredible deductive reasoning, I determined that this was a wasp. And again, I am not a fan of wasps. So, I do what any sane person would do in this situation. I run upstairs at a very high velocity, grab a size 10 shoe, and I run back downstairs. I put on the shoe, and I jump, attempting to hit the wasp. Notice I said the word attempt. It took 3 failed attempts at hitting the wasp with my shoe before I finally made contact. I felt a little bit of a squish beneath my foot and a slight pop in my ear. I raise my shoe, and the wasp looks fine. He looks slightly intoxicated, like most people on my dorm floor, but that's a story for another day. I look at him. He's almost more angrier than before. More angrier. I'm sorry, I don't go to English school. Anyway, he's not having a great time, but he's doing better than he was before. And this was bamboozling to me. So, I do the second thing that comes to my mind. I grab a tissue, and I smack it right on top of him, squish it around, and then lift up, attempting to, you know, the thing where you take it and you pinch and then like you have the wasp in the hand and you're like mazel tov and you can throw it in the trash. That's what I tried to do, but it didn't work great. He was like even more angry this time, and he was like visibly trembling, probably because he was like not physically with us, but he looked like he wanted a piece of me. So I got really scared. And I'm like, you know what I have going for me? I'm a golfer. I play golf sometimes, and there just so happens to be a golf club with multiple golf balls. And you think maybe the most logical thing to do would be to hit the wasp with the golf club, but that was not my first choice. I figured I'm going to stand about 15 feet back and attempt to chip a golf ball onto the top of the wasp. Now, I may be a pretty decent golfer by my own standards, but attempting to hit a wasp from 15 feet away without bouncing is not as easy as it may sound. I don't know if it sounds easy, but it wasn't easy. I think this started to scare the wasp because he started to crawl up the filing cabinet. Now, granted, he was, again, not with us in many forms. But so he only made it like, 2 micrograms, micrometers. He made it 2 micrometers up the filing cabinet. And I was like, you know what? I'm done with this hoopla. I take my hand and I smack the top of that filing cabinet like I smacked that booty. The wasp begins to plummet. And there he is, helpless, on the floor, begging for mercy. And I do what I should have done approximately 20 minutes ago, because now it is 12:35. I've missed about 20 minutes of class just to kill this damn wasp. So I take my golf club. I get a wide stance. I go up, and then I smack right at his thorax, dividing the wasp into 2 sub-wasps. They are no longer attached, and the wasp is officially not alive. Move on. I took a red Solo cup, and I scooped up the 2 wasp bits, and I walk over to the toilet. I plop them in, I flush the toilet, and I do a little dance in the bathroom, celebrating my accomplishment. At this time, another probably 15 minutes have passed because by the time I return to the floor and sit down right in front of my computer, class is over. And that's it. Thank you. Thank you to Mason for animating this video.
Good morning.
Mason, it's not morning.
Good afternoon.
This video was not sponsored by Skillshare.